Thank you for joining us and welcome sports fans. You are now watching the Baseball Hippy Show, Baseball Hippy Show, Baseball Hippy Show. Wow, it's the Baseball Hippy Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Baseball Hippy Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Baseball Hippy Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Baseball, just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Baseball,
welcome y'all.
Just love and baseball.
Baseball Hippy Show.
Your
host, Baseball Hippy.
Baseball. Welcome all.
Season 5, man. Step 2. Season 5 of Friends. And we just happen to be your only friends. Got my man Brownbear that way. Got my man Tobe, our social media engineer. And we're a show about baseball, psychedelia, and denuclearization, amongst other things, and the Seattle Mariners. Fellas, getting into the first half of the first half. Almost. We're almost to the All-Star break. How are we feeling? I always start the show with my man Brownbear. How are we feeling? How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing real good. Weather's getting better. Been playing some blitzball, fantasy baseball, real baseball. It's all good.
Damn. You just named the trifecta.
All sorts of baseball. All sorts of balls.
Nice. We're really in it. The preseason's over. The rust has worn off. Tobe, how's social media? How are your networks doing?
The socials are hot. The network is piped in, and we're feeling good, man. It's great to be on the show with you guys. Great to see you. Still, I think last time I was here, I was working on my ghost fork. Feeling a little better.
The ghost fork.
And I got 3 pairs on for each 3 of us today. We're doing the theme of threes this episode.
Nice.
As Brownbear said, he's working on the trifecta, summertime sports.
Episode 2, Season 5, Streak of Threes, Thursday, May 19th, 2024.
Oh, wait, I thought it was episode 3.
Nah, we didn't end up doing it last week without
Oh,
you.
damn. Okay, well, then let me take off one of these pairs. Okay.
Great.
Teams of 2.
Great.
Teams of 2 today.
Well, yeah, it's May time. We're getting into spring. We're getting into some baseball, some things out there in the ether sphere. Tobe, we're probably going to hit the cage soon.
For sure. We got the green slimer.
Yeah, blitzball, man. When did that start up?
They've been trying to get me out there since like last year or maybe even the year before, but just like with the baby and everything, it was just until recently that we're able to start getting on more of a schedule and like getting back to doing some hobbies and stuff like that. So yeah, it was big time to get out there this year. Just some homies I used to work with, and usually like anywhere from like 3-on-3 to 6-on-6 crew. It's pretty fucking tight. They got a couple buckets of blitz balls, so it's dope.
Damn.
Those things are expensive, by the way.
Is anyone just demon level? Like
Dude, there's this guy I swear throws like, I swear he must be throwing in like the 80s with that thing. It's like unfucking hittable. I don't know how you swing the bat fast enough to make contact.
Nice.
One dude fouled one off yesterday, and we wanted to give him like a run for that. That's how fast this dude throws. Is that we thought the team should get a run because he fouled one off. Because it's usually just when everyone pitches like 1 inning. So anytime this dude pitches in an inning, you just assume it's going to be 3 up, 3 down, basically, unless he walks somebody.
Mason Miller, dude. You got a natural Mason Miller in the blitzball community.
yeah. But yeah, other than that, everyone's like pretty decent level. Everyone's got like, you know, at least one like specialty pitch they've figured out, and then everyone's decent at hitting here and there.
Nice. Well,
blitzball's fun because anyone who connects like can hit a home run. Really, it's not like
can people come by, or is it like got systems at play? Like if I was in town, could I play a blitzball match?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if you were planning on being in town, we could get you in for sure.
Okay.
Just no kids. All these kids trying to play every week, and we're like, nah, no.
Really?
Kids. No, it was actually just this week. There's 2 kids that wanted to get in that bat, and we were like,
nah.
I'm not trying to like hit you in the face with this thing on accident and have you tell your mom on me or anything.
Yeah, that's true. They just see you guys throwing blitzball, man. Whoa.
Although it would be cool to buckle up a fucking 10-year-old with a
Seattle chapter.
It would be pretty cool to buckle a 10-year-old with a nasty slider.
Well, I saw Brownbear. Maybe next episode we'll put your video that you sent in the chat of you. You had some you showed us some workout footage. So we definitely got to get that on the baseball if you show it.
I did get a strikeout looking with that slurve pitch that I was working on, so that felt pretty good.
Nice. Can we see the grip on that one for the fans?
I don't have I don't have an actual blitzball with me, but I have a baseball.
Nice. What are we doing this? I got the All-Star ball that I caught. I caught this, remember? At the what is it? BP? Is that BP ball right here?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh no, you guys.
That's the grip. You're going under.
Yeah, it's like really. I mean, it makes more sense on the blitzball too, but really just like barely holding onto it, so it's almost like falling out of your hand.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for me, the hardest part is the release point, like figuring out where to kind of let it come out of your hand, and it's always higher up than you would expect.
Are you spinning that sucker, or are you just letting the fingers do the work?
I'm, to be honest, not putting too much spin, just like the way I was holding it, trying to get it to a point where when I throw it hard enough, it kind of just slips out of my hand a little bit, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like a pro or anything. I'm still just starting to figure it all out.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Introduction to Blitzball. This will be more segments on this coming up, man. That's pretty fucking tight. You got into it, and I only see videos of it. I don't think I've ever played it, or I mean, how close to a wiffle ball is it? Because I've definitely played a lot of wiffle ball.
It's like the same. I would say it's like the same weight roughly as a wiffle ball, and like same kind of feel when you're hitting. But you know, like it can just like a wiffle ball, like the kind you can throw curves and shit with, where it's got like holes on half the ball.
Yeah.
It just like that doesn't naturally just can't go as fast because it's got like the wind resistance. So the thing with the blitz ball is you can't, like, dudes can throw that shit like 90 if they can throw hard enough.
Damn.
I think you have to know how to throw like an actual baseball 90 to be able to do that, which I fucking can't. And I would throw my shoulder out in like 2 seconds if I tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of, to me, the difference is it's much faster paced than wiffle ball because you can throw it a lot harder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, we got to strap you up with a GoPro. Get some footy.
Yeah. I hit a couple dingers the other week. That was tight.
There we go.
Well, damn, man, spring. I love springtime. Bringing on some new shit. Blitz. Fucking, I got an Invisalign, so my teeth are getting straightened out.
Sick.
I'm gonna get a permanent false tooth because my other one had a cavity under the bridge. So that's my dental history for anybody out there who was wondering.
Nice.
Yeah. Also,
Wait, can we see you wearing it right now?
yeah, yeah. I got
Wow, can't even tell.
it in. Yeah, two bottom
Lives up
and
to
top.
the name.
12 weeks.
Very
And then
nice.
like another 4 months, like after they set, they're gonna like keep them in there to make sure they like stay that way.
And then you get the grills after that, right? 'Cause
Yeah, 'cause they'll go back. Honestly, once I get my false tooth, I'll probably stop wearing them. All the dentists are like, yeah, here's how I wear mine. You can't snack as much because you kind of like got to keep them in. So that's been like a gift and a curse. But man, you know,
Yeah.
I love my snacks. That's crazy.
I will say they're not fucking lying when they tell you to keep wearing that shit or like to wear a retainer, because I had braces for a couple years and I never wore my retainer after. And I mean, I still thankfully have pretty straight teeth.
Well,
but
that's
that
pretty
shit
funny you
definitely
say
went
that.
back.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because Tobe knows I actually also had braces for like 8 years. So it was like 7 years, man. And so, yeah, my shit got fucked up. You're right. I should wear the retainer. I should be responsible. As long as I wear it at night. But like, I'm going to go back to my normal life once my fake tooth gets put into my face. Cause
yeah, for sure.
I got a snack, dude. They don't let them take you. Don't let them take that from you if you don't want to give it up. That's how I feel. But
Thanks
Also,
y'all
I
for
feel like
tuning into the orthodontic hippie show.
yeah. Anyways, also the new fantasy baseball league, which we'll talk about in a little bit, that's been cracking. It's not new for Brown Bear, but he put the group chat up on game. And then I have a baseball hippie proposal, which I think is a pretty good idea, which we probably should have been doing a long ago. So I'll bring that up maybe at the end. But now the shout outs. This guy has gotten shouted out before, I think, on this podcast. We've always wanted him to come on. He never will, which kind of sucks. But yeah, DT, the mysterious DT, aka the Scrub Nubs. Did he change his name to Shohei's dog? Oh no, that's the name of the league.
Yeah, the name of the league is Shohei's
Yeah.
Doghouse.
Yeah. Anyways, this guy I think has made like 5 times as many moves as the next person. It's a pretty active league, it feels like. But man, he has separated himself into the Moneyball team of the league to me. As in, I was going for like a more Yankees-esque team. He went for a more Oakland Athletics team. I respect it. The respect level is there, man. You gotta understand. What do you guys got an opinion on the DT shout out? Shout out to the league too, man. Actually, shout out all the teams too, man.
You gotta have respect for just the level of activity, just like unparalleled waiver wire antics.
Somebody posted a picture of Tobe and DT making waiver transactions at 6 in the morning.
Dude, that was me. He snagged Josh H. Smith right under my grasp, dude, at 6:05 a.m. May 3rd, Tuesday morning.
Oh man, these guys are like on Baseball Weekly, getting their info. Man, I just respect. You got to, because honestly, whether you're the worst or the best, what I've learned about this league and maybe all fantasy baseball is you got to keep the churn going. You can never be too stagnant or you're missing out on points. For sure. So yeah, shout out Scrub Nubs, the people's team. Straight.
People's team. What does DT stand for?
Daniel Tien.
Yeah, his name.
Oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Got him. Got him.
We'll have to beep now. You can beep them, can't you? Didn't we take something out once?
I mean, we could take it down and re-upload it. I think we'll be all right. Let's just
All right, don't tell anybody. Don't tell them. It's not like you can get much. I'll say my. Should I say my first and last name just to keep it kosher?
Didn't you put a couple years ago? You put your license on the screen.
We took that down. Last week you put. Never mind, man. Anyway. Oh man, we have fun here on the BB. We have fun on the BBH. That's the new nickname of the show, the BBH, aka the Baseball Hippie Show. All right, let's get in the weekly roundup. And what a weekly roundup it's been. First off, Wilson Contreras got his hand broken by JD Martinez by playing catcher. That was gruesome. Man, what do you feel about that?
I want to victim blame. That's kind of his fault, isn't it?
That's what I heard on the Baseball Today podcast. Is they said that they had heard that the Cardinals were telling him to move up to frame pitches, and C. Rose's man, Trevor Plouffe. He had a good take on it. I started fucking with him heavy, man. He had a really good take, which was, I think the problem here is, why are you trying to frame pitches? Why not just throw more fucking strikes? He didn't say fucking, but man, I thought that was a pretty good take. It's like, you know the risk and the you know the risk of putting your catcher up, and then that happens. Why not just throw more strikes? I guess it's easy because he'll get, the answer's obvious, but I don't know, man. This whole framing pitches thing, do you think catchers are going to back up more, or do you think this is his fault? I mean, you sounds like you do, but do you think
I guess, yeah, personally, I think it is his fault. I mean, presentation or framing or whatever you want to call it has been a thing in baseball for decades, since baseball's a thing. I don't know. People ain't breaking their forearms every day, so I think clearly he was. I don't know the history of Contreras in terms of like if that's part of his skill set. It sounds like if they were asking him to focus on it more, it probably wasn't. But I mean, that's kind of. I mean, catcher's interference is a thing. Like, there's a reason that if the bat hits the catcher's glove, you go to first base for free because it's the catcher's fault. It's not the batter's fault. Yeah. The catcher's responsibility to stay out of the way.
I mean, granted, JD does stand pretty fucking far back, but it's all legal,
If he's in the box, I don't know. I think
he's on the line at the end of the box.
Is he?
But I guess a lot of guys do that. Yeah, he's not the only one.
Interesting. I mean, I'd be taking every millimeter I could get on 99 miles an hour, bro.
I feel bad for Contreras too, though, because I just feel bad for him, as a person, obviously, and then just he is a pretty integral part of the Cardinals. He's good. In my opinion, he's not big dumper good, but
Yeah, that's a gnarly injury too. I mean, you see in the John Boy picture he has where it's they have him on the lined up with the Brewers or whatever last year or something. And he's 2 or 3 feet in front of where his glove was last year or whatever, 2 years ago. Yeah. But then they also have clips where he's gotten hit on the follow through, but in his head or something like that. So that's the more common one you see. I feel like nowadays is catchers getting hit on the follow through, but. I haven't seen one like that to just shatter some dude's forearm. It's pretty crazy, but not to just also steal one of their lines. But I was watching them today and they had a funny take where they're the things of how far we're pushing just to trick old men behind the plate, stealing a strike or
that's another reason
line and stuff like that. It's
wow,
this is another crazy, reason we need robot umps for sure.
Once the robots come in, that's definitely not going to be a thing of trying to steal the strike like that. But it's interesting. Feel bad for him though, you're saying. That's a painful injury. That's gross.
You can just see it when it hit. Oof.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah.
Well, replay in itself, I feel there was a couple pretty key plays, and I kind of forget what they were, but they were definitely like, even the spills at the home plate and the rule change around there. It always takes these plays, I feel like, to change rules. So I think you're right. Like, whether we were going to robo-umps inevitably or we do, this will be looked at as one of those things, probably. Robo-umps, man. Man, I'll boo a robot, but you guys, I just want you to know this, man. I work with computers, dude. You're not going to be happy with the computer strike zone. It's there. There's a thing. In my opinion, the strike zone isn't an exact science, and that's what's fucked up about it. Like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong because they're about to, because maybe I'm completely wrong. We're like, you know what I'm saying? It is an exact science, and they are about to do this, you know. But I think you'll still be like, what the fuck? Because I still sometimes I don't really trust Muggle Casino, you know, to tell me what the fucking strikes and balls are, man. I'd rather be at the game on that 300 looking down over home plate. Like, that's gonna tell me the best to make my informed boo or non-boo at the call.
I feel like, though, the benefit of having it with the robot is like it will establish a consistency to it, that it's not up to like, oh, this dude's giving like a couple inches on the outside today. Like, is he giving that a couple inches to both teams, or is it just to right-handers? Is it just to left-hander? Like you'll just know. And I don't know. For me, I feel like it'll be easier to take like a borderline call, striker ball, whatever way it goes, if it's like a consistent thing. Like, yes, every time this ball is in this place on this batter, it's going to be a strike or a ball. And I think, though, I feel like I can appreciate what you're saying, where it's not an exact science. I think it adds an aspect to the game that goes into like the, you know, the romance of baseball sort of situation. But like, we've all seen a bad call completely change an at bat. Right? Where a guy's getting called on a ball outside that he knows isn't a strike, but now he's got to swing at that pitch when it's there because he knows this fucking blind dude behind him is going to call it a strike. And
at the end of the day, you're just trying to watch more baseball too, or less, or whatever. But it's like, I think I was against robo-umps wholeheartedly. Obviously, I'm a hippie. For, you know, cop. It just brings cop. It just gets.
It's giving cop.
It's definitely, but you know, it gives into surveillance state more, I'd say, too. So that's like what I don't like, and like all the like camera vibes we're on nowadays, but including our podcast. But anyways, do you ever see? Yeah. Do you ever see? Do you ever see a place where the ump wouldn't be behind home plate? Because I know even with the robo umps, they're saying they're going to have an ump at home for all sorts of reasons. But like, I think it would be kind of, I don't know. Okay, real quick though, strike zone. Is it where the ball hits the front of the plate? Is it just the ball has to some point be shoulder or whatever, letters to knees over the plate? Like, just even a smidge of it? Like, the corners, how long, you know what I'm saying? How long on the corner? Can it just cut a corner quick? You know, so I don't know, man.
No, you're right, because it's not just like a 2D plane. It's a 3D, it's like a cube shaped like a diamond.
They shape it on the thing. I like that when they do that with the EQC tracer. Was I calling out Muckleshoe? My bad, Muckleshoe. I meant Emerald Queen. I don't trust Emerald Queen with the strike zone. But yeah, man, I want to just know the rules, really. I'm not trying to like act like, because I think it is like, there's some things where it's like, if it's a slider and it has a certain amount of spin, it gets this much on the left side against an inside hitter. And that's another thing. If it's the inside on the hitter or the outside, it's not different, but it's kind of, I don't even know, because like on an outside, if it's spinning out, I don't even know. Actually, I don't even know what I'm about to say. But I guess somebody's got to really break it down. I'm expecting maybe Tobe or Pitch Ninja, but Man, is there anything else though
Well, I'd add to of the point where it's like there's so many. It's gonna be so interesting. I think like to double back on what you're saying, just originally, like, but then not trusting it just when it got brought up years ago. But then kind of seeing how they did in the minors, I'm like, oh, this makes a little more sense. Like, especially we were talking about the fact it's like it's gonna play. Seemingly, I mean, they do it in the minors, so hopefully they'll do it in MLB where it plays on the Jumbotron every time, which I think is pretty cool because you get the crowd involved, so it's like an excitement factor. But there's two things that come to mind to me. It's like, one, it's like, so I think it's the pitcher only gets like 2 or 3 challenges. You get a limited amount of challenges, so it's like they're probably only going to really challenge on like, I don't know, I don't know. It's like a weird thing to like try to figure out what's the, like a 0-0 count or a 2-strike count or maybe like a 3-1 count or something like that. It's like, I don't think you're going to get, they're going to be like more specific about their challenges. And then the second is like, I'm wondering, it's like how they set up a player's strike zone in the minors. I might have this wrong, was that it was based on your height in the beginning of the season when they like evaluate you. Cause it's like,
yeah, you're right.
Your knees to halfway in between your hips and your shoulders. So I wonder if there's like things players are going to do to try to small in their strike zone. I don't know if that's the word, but
maybe. Or what if they fuck up and like if there's a glitch and Altuve gets the Aaron Judge strike zone. He's getting the computer's calling strikes above his head.
Different body types too at another level. Anyways, I'm with you. I think robo-umps are inevitable. Like, no doubt.
That is funny. I never thought about that, bro. If it glitched mid-game in the strike zone, it just started calling everything a strike.
There. Yeah.
Holy shit, that would be chaos.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would have some sort of backup for it.
Yeah, that dude's in New York looking at it too and shit.
Could there be a year, 2050, where an ump isn't behind the plate taking strikes and balls because he doesn't want to get hit in the fucking face anymore?
Nah, because it's. I think the huge thing about it is you only get 2 or 3. I think that's why the rule is tight. Like,
I think they've tested
2 or 3 challenges. Yeah,
I think they've tested both though.
I like that one.
Yeah. Just like challenging any play. Yeah.
I do like the challenge system better, but I do think they've tested both of it, where they have a completely computer called game, and then they have the challenge system. But even with the completely computer called game, there's still an ump back there who they like get the reading from the computer and they call the ball and strike, and they're on. Yeah, they get hit in the nuts exactly, and they're on the field to make. They still make calls at the plate and things like that. So
yeah. Well, I'm going to say one thing real quick before we change subjects. This last thing is, I just want to be on record when the robo-umps come, and I'll say it then too. I like bad umps in the discrepancy. Is it not a mirror of real life? These are guys doing their jobs. Do we not make mistakes at work sometimes? Like, I like how much Angel Hernandez pisses people off, because I'm like, man, he's really just a guy, man. He's really not like. You should be praising the good umps. Yeah, like the best ump, you don't even know his fucking name. So how about that?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we've all had that coworker who's just a total fuck up too.
Yeah, I don't think they should be hired forever. That's the part where maybe that guy should be forced into retirement. So new blood umps can come up, but I like that they make mistakes a little bit, man. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Especially if the mistakes are consistent. I'm cool with that, man. I don't know why. Call me old school or whatever. I just think it's like, I know it's fucked up because we've had so many games where it's like you're saying, it is make or break, and it's been so frustrating. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I just like seeing the players get riled up, I think is the main thing. So it's kind of fucked up. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, you would lose that part of the game, and it is always really fun when someone loses their cool.
Yeah, there'll be less players talking shit to ump ejections, which will be a sad part. And not that Brett Boone meme would probably never exist if we go into a complete lockdown. Anyways,
speaking of Brett Boone, he did. Never mind, yeah, actually.
Yeah, what's the Boone?
He has a podcast. He's got a podcast. It circulates on my Mariners.
Oh, nice.
Feed Instagram with two other corny dudes who do podcasts.
Listen. Have you listened yet?
I listened to a couple clips. They had a clip that was circulating that he was. They tried to make it seem worse than it was. It actually wasn't that bad, but he was just talking about how he probably had a good running to get MVP that 2001 year if Ichiro wasn't there. He got team MVP. So you can
fuck out of
put
here.
two and two together on what the quote was on that one.
Now that I think about it, I've seen his podcast. He had it for a couple years. It's like the manager. He's still the manager, isn't he?
Nah, I'm thinking
you're
talking
Aaron
about
Boone, my bad.
Aaron. He's actually talking about Brett. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Brett Boone when you were talking about the meme.
Oh, Brett. Oh, Tobe. That makes it worse. Sorry.
Did I miss you? I might have missed yours. Yeah.
That's petty, bro. You're talking about rookie of the year, all-star Ichiro. You're talking about vintage 2001 Ichiro.
Yeah, no,
you're talking about you took steroids that year, possibly, and that shit is fucking crazy, man.
The quote's not that bad, but it's just the title of the thumbnail is crazy. It's like Brett Boone says he should have won MVP. I'm like, damn, dude, that's not
good for him. Though,
you gotta work on your socials, man. That's why they need to hire a social dude, social networking manager.
PR.
We would never have that on the baseball hip. We did.
No.
Unless this fantasy league gets to Jess's head, then we're gonna have some quotables.
Well, it started to, but then I got humbled by the Grubness, thankfully. So now I'm back in the barrel with everyone else, just like the common man.
America's team.
It fueled my ego.
There's one thing I was gonna mention about the personalities on the up. You mentioned Angel Hernandez. There's a sick Joe West on this like Foul Territory AJ Przinsky podcast. I don't know if you guys seen clips of that one. It's pretty funny. He has a lot of quotes in there. But the thing that was crazy to me is he's, as you could probably assume, is like his memory is fucking insane, dude. He's like Rain Man. Like they just bring up things from like games that they were in like 22 years ago, and he remembers every single call and like all this shit. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
he talks all shit.
Okay, that's another. I mean, if we're gonna get down on it, that's another piece. I've been saying for years that we could get a real interesting book or podcast or something where we interview ex umpires, because just baseball umps are fascinating to me. They get booed at everywhere they go. That's pretty much, and they I think a lot of them love the game, man. That they're like
you have to be an umpire. I feel like you got to be the biggest baseball fan. Like you devote your life to being a baseball umpire. You gotta love the game, man.
It's kind of fucked up. They can't bet on it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but it's like wouldn't they want like? It's a little fucked up because Anyways, man. Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. It's just they got to go through strict regimen, probably. So, should we move on to fantasy? That's going to be the last segment of the show, talking about this year's fantasy team, fantasy picks. We'll call this segment Hippy Fantasies.
Hippy Fantasies.
There we go. So, fantasy baseball is super fun. We're kind of just digging into it last show, and there was a lot of drama to talk about, which honestly, that wave is just completely behind us. It feels like Ippei's probably getting locked up for a maximum of 33 years, and Nike has admitted that they fucked up the roll-up. So I think those are have seen a semblance of settling. A lot of surprises in baseball, a lot of injuries. Josh was telling me, Josh Kosh Bagash was telling me a lot of people are sucking. He's like, he can't get off that Bo Bichette's not good right now. He's like, Chess, man, sitting here, I don't know, man, sucks. It's like, this guy's talking about a perennial all-star here. I'm like, dude.
The internet's talking about the Toronto needs to sell, dude, this early in the season, bro. They're talking about trading Vladdy.
I'd be bummed if I was a Toronto fan right now, because there's something missing in the sauce, unfortunately. Things can change.
I mean, they've pissed off the baseball gods, dude, too many times, I'll tell you that. Why they boo Shohei, dude?
Yeah,
That's
booing
still
Shohei.
crazy to me, bro. That's insane.
That's so funny, dude.
He just hits 2 home. It's like, bro, this guy wasn't even thinking about coming over there. Come on now.
I should
Or
have got
maybe, I don't know.
Shohei over Mookie in the draft. Mookie, I was like, oh, he got down to 4, man. Shohei should have gone number 1. I had a feeling in my head. What do you guys think about that, man? Why is Shohei
It's
the best
crazy,
hitter and the best pitcher?
Crazy, dude. We're talking about
I mean, he's
MVP
obviously hot right now, but like, is that crazy to say out
He might
loud?
be a $700 million DH, and he's worth it.
Yeah, dude, no, he's like, I mean, it's
In 10
seeming
years,
more and more like he is the dude that he's supposed to be. He's like literally one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He's still got to, to really get that label, I'd say he needs to produce for another like 5 or 6 years at this level, but
Playoff run.
he legitimately is the greatest baseball player of all time, like potentially, as long as he stays healthy. And the thing is, he can because of his two-way situation,
Yeah.
he has a season-ending injury as a pitcher, and he just keeps being a DH, and he's literally the best DH in the league.
I know, he's on his, that's the part that freaks you out, is he's on his second Tommy John.
And the thing is, he would be an all-star outfielder. They just don't put him in the outfield because they're letting his arm heal so he can pitch next year.
Exactly. I will say, he's smart in 2 ways. Why the Dodgers always made sense to me is because if he's like on the Giants or something, who goes before him and after him, it's always kind of a toss-up. With the Dodgers, he goes right after Mookie, right before Freddie Freeman, and that's just kind of like locked in,
Yeah.
And so I think he's just thinking that. He's just, and it honestly makes sense why he went to the Angels, because like, as long as Trout's around, I will see strikes if he will see strikes. And so, he's in a good place, man. You guys have been great on the fantasy, man. I've actually learned a lot about baseball, almost more than I learned from playing the show. Like, the dudes, young starting pitching is kind of hard to sniff around. Like, when a dude's tearing it up, it usually takes me a couple months after a dude is tearing it up, and then everybody's talking about it. But like, I already know a lot of the young pitchers because fools like Tobe and DT are going to grab them. Jared Jones, Mackenzie Gore, guys that I really, it's like, I always like shitty teams, man. Like, I'm a big A's fan right now, even though they're in our division. It's just lit that they're... Baseball embodies the underdog spirit, man. I'm sorry. Like, I personally feel that way, man. It's just... Remember, if the Pirates get good again, you on the Pirate train if they start.
When's Skeens?
I love the Pirates. Saturday.
Ooh.
I know. That's gonna be big.
DJ Pauly, Skeens.
So I know we always do. I think we'll just do this throughout the podcast. But let's just end it with some surprises and so. I'm not end it, but like.
Oh wait, let me go back to fantasy for 1 sec. I had, just to put on the record before the season, I told you guys, I think I texted multiple people within the group chat and separately that my biggest sneaker pick was Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Yeah.
And let me be on the record. That's not looking too great right now.
Even though
he's having an okay year, the Marlins just fucking stink, dude.
He's gonna get traded possibly too.
I hopefully he does, but no one wants him, dude. All those interviews came out, bro. He seems so toxic, dude. He says he's never practiced in 4 years. He's never went to a practice because he hates his teammates.
Talking about practice.
I mean,
I saw him on the Mookie Betts podcast. He seemed chill.
No, he's
too chill.
He's the boy, but
too chill.
Yeah. Too chill.
All right, well,
I don't know. When you grow up, when you're literally,
year, I'm like, damn, I thought he was gonna have a breakout season. So I don't know.
Some of these dudes
gonna be okay too. On paper, they looked okay.
Yeah, some of these dudes, it's bound to go to their head, man. When you grow up being the best player on every single team you've ever played on, you probably start to feel like you don't need to practice anymore.
Yeah, dude. And Jess, your boy Palouf was going at his head the other day.
Really?
He said, at best, he's an average player. He said he's and then they brought his career, and they're like, the other dude, the producer's like, he's like, his numbers line up exactly with your career, Blues, and he's like, and I knew where I was.
Yes.
Like, damn.
Palouf,
I was like, that's so funny. I was like, yeah.
Again, I like this guy. Kind of annoyed me with no offense, Palouf, but when I first listened to the pod, he just seemed like he was a little bit like straight laced for me. But yeah, he's dead on a lot of his stuff, and he's they both those guys are just super endearing, lovable dudes. But man,
yeah. There's that, yeah.
OPS is a big number, you know. Palouf, he speaks his numbers now. I noticed that, but I don't know, man. Jazz showed he shows flashes of good. I just,
he's scored fantasy wise. He's actually pretty good. He's the fourth. He's in the top 50 of fantasy players.
No, I'm not. I mean, he could still. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting it on record because now, if we go back, in a couple months, and he does have the breakout season, could still happen. But I was like, the fact I just texted a bunch of people like that, I was like pretty proud of that pick. And then he's good though. He's on my. He's started. He's one of my big boys. He's my top 5 boys on the team. Well, I love him, but I just want to put that out. If we're talking fantasy, I don't know if you guys have any other dudes you were on your bubble of like.
My big guy was Santander when I drafted him because I always just felt like he's like the low-key member of the Orioles that never gets credit. And he's this he's kind of a rock in that lineup to me. He's like good at bat, kind of like an all-around guy. That's why I thought he'd be good at fantasy. But I'd like Ozuna and Perez became my 2 best picks. I mean, and Dylan Cease, but I think a lot of people knew Dylan Cease was going to be good. But yeah, Azuna's crazy, dude. Sleeper. I didn't even think he was going to be that good.
OPS in the league.
Ozuna from the Braves.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yo, my dad was talking shit on you, Tobe, for taking Ellie De La Cruz so high. He thought you drafted him too early.
Music to my ears, baby.
And he's a top 5 fantasy player, man. He's top 5.
Dude, I gotta say, I made a lot of controversial draft picks. I was telling Jess, I was like, I'm surprised no one was talking shit on the chat because I did Soto first, which I thought was gonna get a lot of hate.
Nah, I liked you.
And Ellie.
He's a top. You have 2.
Both those picks ended up being good.
Dude, you have 2 of the top 5 in terms of overall fantasy points. 2 of the top 5.
Bro, and players. If Trout was still alive at this point, he was in there too. I top 3 at one point.
I mean. Everything's hindsight, but I have a pretty good team that's like whatever got out to a good start, but even I would draft completely different. I wish I had Harper, dude. I would have picked him probably number. Was he still on the board at 2? He might have been. I should have got him 2.
Oh, bro, I don't think Harper got drafted to like the 3rd round, dude.
Is Harper better than Ramirez right now? Because that's who I got too. Guardians Ramirez.
Yeah, but not by much. Harper's got 324 on the season. Ramirez has 316.
Okay. Still,
I don't know if I can see.
We can talk about the Phillies to segue into surprises for this year.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? Like that's to me, Phillies and Boston are like the biggest surprises.
Yeah,
Phillies have a good team on paper, but like to do a segue, but. Phillies, how dominant they are is crazy.
Okay, I agree with that 100%, and I think a lot of it because Josh has him on his team and was talking about it. Zach Wheeler is having a crazy beginning of the season.
He's nasty.
Nola is pretty good. I got him, but man, also the American League Central, Tobe.
Yeah, they're hot.
What the fuck? They've got 4 teams over 500, and then the
Twins are bizarre to me, bro.
Yes, they are an enigma, but also the Royals are good, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Royals jump either the Twins or the Guardians by the end of the year.
Yeah, they were talking about getting Arenado. That was the rumor mill right there. Put up with Bobby Witt. He's kind of tight.
That'd be wild.
Also, more surprises. Josh Judge has not been doing good, although I think he had a homer today. But
He did.
Goldschmidt, they were talking about on the pod this morning, is having a bad season. I'm surprised by that. DT bench Corey Seager. So
I'm bad at bench. Fucking Paulie, bro. He sucks right now. But
But he's old as shit, isn't he? Like 30. He's like 36 or something. You kind of just most dudes are gonna fall off a cliff at that point.
True, but he was close to batting title last year, right? Was he going crazy? Or am I tripping?
I think he had a good season. I could look it up.
Is he HOF? Is he first ballot?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. How many?
Just you say everyone is a Hall of Fame.
Do I say yes? Do I say yes to everybody?
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
Can we start a new segment on dudes who we want to, like, just talking about a dude who's playing right now, about his HOF chances? Kind of a fun topic.
Okay, let me get my numbers out. Let me get my numbers straight.
God damn, who were we talking about a couple weeks ago? The Reddit was crazy on it.
Oh, Altuve.
Is that Altuve? No, it was the first baseman. I remember because Votto.
This one is controversial. You're absolutely right.
Votto? Is that
Yeah. Joey Votto, yep.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Oh, that was a good
great
one. That you're right. But okay, he has 6 All-Stars.
We're talking about Goldschmidt?
Yeah, Goldschmidt.
Okay.
7. No, he's the first ballot. He's 7 All-Stars and an MVP and a second runner-up MVP.
In career,
he's been top 5. So he's finished first in MVP. He got MVP in 2022, but he also 3 other years was top 3 MVP finisher. So
yeah, I mean he's not like crazy, but he's got enough to be, I think, first ballot, but definitely in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, first ballot.
Career 300 hitting almost.
Yeah,
that will help you get over the edge if you're on the fence.
How many home runs does he have?
Over 300.
Yeah, 342. Man, this season is not doing good for him so far, though. It's pretty early.
Yeah, early.
But
let's go with the Cardinals, though.
The Cardinals are last place in the National League Central at 15 and 22.
15 and 22, yeah.
Still, they're only 7 games back, though.
Yeah, still very.
And the Blue Jays, I think, have to be the biggest. And the Diamondbacks are 18 and 20, which is high. But
hot take: the Diamondbacks hella overperformed last year. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I feel like they weren't.
Yeah.
I don't think they were good enough. I mean, clearly they were good enough to play in the World Series, but I think they made it there more on the faults of other teams rather than their successes, is what I would say personally.
Yeah.
Josh Rojas would be happy to hear that.
Yeah. I'm going to go big agree on that. Big agree.
So I feel like you can't.
Corbin Carroll's having a shit season so far too. So
he is rookie or sophomore slump.
Oh, Carroll, yeah.
But they're not even that bad. They're 2 games under 500.
Yeah.
7.5 back, but they're it's the Dodgers. It's gonna be rough. I feel like they
are going for a wild card.
It's easy to say they are surprising or underperforming, but I feel like this is the team they are, and they kind of lucked into the postseason last year.
Yeah.
Real quick on a side note, we probably should have shouted out the Tampa Bay City Connect jersey, because that was so fire that even a Mariners fan was going to try to maybe cop it. It just has the skateboard. Come on.
The skateboarding Ray, the flames on the Tampa Bay.
Someone is a genius out there in the art department. I respect whoever put their career on the line for that one. That one turned out fire. And those things, man, those are in the court of public opinion if I've ever seen.
Some of them are really bad, dude.
You see,
the used papyrus.
Detroit just dropped.
I thought the Detroit ones were okay. The Detroit ones are all right.
Look at them right now. I saw a clip of them. Yeah, they have like a tire tread on.
Yeah, it looks like a tire tread and like a kind of like a racing stripe sort of situation.
Oh yeah, it just says Motor City.
Yeah, some are like more low key than others. Like,
Although I feel like the
just feels
Detroit, like
low-key.
the Detroit one's not bad, but I feel like it could be cooler.
I mean, it's dope that they got their nickname.
Should've
Like
had, like,
Seattle was
Hollywood,
just had Seattle, which was cool, but it wasn't like Sea Town or something. You know.
I feel like it'd be hard to do like
Fanatics, right?
we would have to do it like green and do like Emerald City or something.
Yeah, that'd have been fire.
I'm just
We
glad
should've
the
gone,
Mariners
like,
didn't do
full
some
hot
like
draft.
wild like tribal appropriation shit because for a minute I thought that might be the angle they take.
Oh please, yeah.
Oh,
me
yeah,
too.
true.
Me too.
Well, yeah.
Although, yeah, me too. Me too. Although there might be native people who get down with that. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, clearly they have buy-in from like Muckleshoot and I don't know who. I assume Emerald Queen is on some sort of reservation or is involved with a tribe somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
right. Yeah, because I think that's the only way you get
I want an EQT Tracer jersey, dude.
Yeah, but either way,
Or
I know
EQT
that like their
Tracer
whole
hat or
like the
jersey
Diamond
or
Club
whatever.
is I think this year was renamed like the Muckleshoot Diamond Club, so they have buy-in from the local tribes. But I just think putting that on the jersey and being like this is like our city connection thing, I think that would have come off a little whack to me. Like you guys know I have a homie who I work with who's a Baltimore fan, and his big thing is like he's like the executives, the dudes at Nike, all this shit is like coming in and being like, oh yeah, our city sort of things. Like none of these rich motherfuckers would ever go into Baltimore, like ever. So like the Baltimore ones were pretty tame, and he's like they look cool or whatever. But the whole like our city sort of vibe to it is he's like miss me with that because my city bullshit. Like these rich motherfuckers are never gonna go into actual Baltimore.
Yeah, there's some inequality shit. Like, yeah, that's for sure.
So yeah, in that vein, I'm glad the Mariners kind of did what they did, and I like the Mariners ones. They're tight. I feel like most of the City Connects though could be cooler, except obviously the Tampa Bay. Like Tampa Bay's an example of ones that like went for it and did something really cool. Like some of the first year ones were cool. Like the first year ones, I feel like really are some of the cooler ones. Like the Miami ones are pretty wild. Like they're based off like an old Cuban team. I really like the Arizona ones. The like sandy, like Serpientes one. Yeah.
So what? So we got. So this year we have. This year we had Detroit, the Rays, and the Phillies, right?
So far, yeah, and I think there was another one.
We got the Oh no, I already said that. So we got the Mets. Oh no, the Mets. The Mets too already released their one.
I thought the Mets one was cool, but the hat was stupid. The hat looks like a gas station hat.
Yeah, the gas station hat. Right. So we got the Blue Jays. I'm looking at the thing for this year. The Blue Jays. The Dodgers are getting another one. Cardinals. The Twins. The Guardians.
Cool.
I wonder if the Blue Jays. Yeah, interesting. They should go with harder on the Dodgers. I feel like the first one was cool, but it's kind of like very.
It's just an all blue Dodgers uniform with Spanish writing.
Yeah, I feel like that's like already.
They could have done. I know. I mean, I don't know if this is appropriation, but they could have done like the old English logo, like I don't know.
The White Sox did that one, which actually thought was pretty sick.
Yeah, the old English. Oh yeah, the White Sox did do South Side. Yeah, man, that shit kind of plays in like gang culture a little bit. Not to laugh, but it's like you're right. There's like all these political like city issues that it brings up for whatever reason. So Seattle did kind of skate, but man, I just gotta say something real quick on the social media tip. I was thinking, what's the rules around like reposting shit? Because like we should just cut off a subsidiary baseball hippie Instagram that we all have access to called like, we just got to think of a really funny name. And then, cause like, I don't know if it's like illegal or whatever, but like we get some shit, like the combination of our baseball content we send each other. I was thinking the other day, I was like, this is kind of rare. Like if this was all on one page, I would fuck with this page. Cause it's like, I think we wouldn't just put every video we send each other, but we would like, the choice ones would definitely like immediately go there. I don't know. Is that bad though? Because it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I also don't know how to save a video I find on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can work on it. I think if you just at them, like, I mean, they could come after you, but I think mostly if you just at where you got it from, like,
you're just kind of like a conglomerate page.
Yeah, but anyway, if you get on the timeline, maybe we'll help out getting people to watch the thing. But
well, I think it would mostly be for like get that page like up and get views on that, and then when we want, we could be like, oh yeah, here's our other page, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the idea on that one. What should we call it though? It's got to have a funny ass name.
Baseball hippies.
Yeah, dude, baseball hippies.
No, okay. It's got to be called. I'm telling
Jess
you,
is like, you guys don't fucking get it.
Man, like, you know, it's got to be like the best pun. Like, fuck, I got nothing. I had one the other day that was like, it was like a smoking weed baseball pun. we had high and tight. I think that I don't know. Yeah.
I heat hippie.
We'll think of it. Baseball hippies is fine. We just got to create it. That we can change the name, right? You can change the tag name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll think of something funny. Yeah. We'll think of something funny, like Scrub Nub or sorry,
Trouter G.
I know your name has something to do with bong. Whatever. What's your team's name?
Oh, the ghost of Bongtown.
The ghost of Bongtown.
Yeah.
Because my old team name, I don't know if you were in the league there. My old team name was the Bongtown Herbologists.
Damn. It's good.
So I had to resurrect it.
We gotta have a name like that for the Instagram, man. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta have a name like that. Yeah,
Bongtown Herbologists.
All right, well, we might get on next week or whenever we get back on, just before we go, because we do surprises and shit this far in. Does anybody want to make any wild claims everybody's got to make one wild claim just in case we don't see each other in a couple weeks, so we can check on our claim as we end it out here. I like that. I'll go first, actually, if you want me to. Skinnis is going to get bombed out in his first game. And then
Skeens, damn, bro.
Skeens. Did I say Skeens?
Yeah, you got to trade him. You have to let go of him, dude, after that.
Skeens. I'll trade him for Trout. I already told you that, dude.
Christopher Skinnis.
Is Trout coming back this season? Because if he has a possibility of, I'll trade you.
Yeah, they said 4 to 6 weeks, which I think is optimistic, but he's supposed to be back before the end of the season.
I'll trade you Paul Skins for Trouter G. Skeens.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I actually don't need pitching though, but appreciate the offer. Trading Alvarez for Mike Trout. Alvarez on the tip. No, dude. Guy's hitting 0.86 against right-handers.
I'll trade you.
I realize that the league, dude, can't. It's tough because you can't have dudes who like they sit against a certain type of pitching. It's so tough. Just losing points.
I'll trade you Perez.
For Mike Trout?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta think about that one, but I think so.
Okay, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Really? An injured Mike Trout? That's how bad. That's a really big part of my team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but honestly, okay, here's another big hit. I think Jonah Heim's going to be a big boy in the league. Is that crazy to say? His numbers are pretty good.
Well, he is a big boy. He's like 6'6", isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in the league,
I think he could be. So Josh Jung, I don't know, man. I'm on Texas right now.
Those aren't hot takes, dude. Those dudes are like former top prospects.
All I'm saying is, if I trade Perez and then slot Jonah Heim, I might be able to get a little return on that if Trout comes back and tears it up. That's only if Trout comes back and tears it up. Because if Trout goes 4 to 6 weeks and then it turns into 6 to 8 weeks, it turns into the rest of the season.
I think you're onto something. You should just send that trade my way. I really do believe in that one. That's crazy. Just send that through. Don't think about it too much.
Don't think. Hashtag don't think. The vibes are immortal. Man, let me ruminate. Any hot takes though? What we're just doing trades on the pod. We can save this for after. We can save this for when we are done. Okay.
Detroit's gonna win the Central.
Whoa!
That's my hot take.
19 and 18. You heard it here.
Damn. Fuck.
Pablo Tobe Scabar.
Free Ipe, Shohei bet all the money. They're gonna catch him. He's going to prison for 10 years, and we're
okay.
out.
I just want to rephrase this. I think we should do this at the end of our pods, where it's like in the next couple weeks. Hot takes, because you're out here like, I think the verdict, I think it's going to be a not guilty verdict. It's like, yeah, that trial might be like in 2 years, man. We don't really know.
Hot take, Drake won, Kendrick's a liar, and we're out. I know we weren't supposed to bring it up. We're timeless capsule.
We weren't supposed to bring it up, like we got rules. Like the face up. Yeah, you'll get a letter. You'll get a letter from the... Yeah.
The jerseys are good.
Yo, Brownbear Black is
like
screened out because he talked about the rap beef this episode. Man, let's get him blacked out for the rest of the
I guess actually wait, I do have one. This isn't a hot take, but this is such a hate. I can't even believe I'm gonna say this, but Jackson Holiday a bust? Oh boy. I don't even believe me saying that, but yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, that is something we can go over in the weekly roundup. He got sent back to the minors, got brought up and sent back.
They brought him up way too early. I feel like everyone knew that shit was too early.
Yeah,
that was weird because their team's good. It's just a weird time to bring a prospect up. I don't know. They're trying to sell jerseys or something.
Yeah. They're having fun over there in Oakland or Baltimore.
Baltimore is everything we want the Mariners to be. Sorry, I'm making. We make all the right decisions and are so fun to watch.
I noticed that they changed their beer bong. Is that because they weren't trying to promote drinking as much?
The dong bong.
What's it called?
The dong bong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're probably told not to beer bong things on national television.
Yeah, speaking of beer, were you watching the Mariners game where like somewhere in the game they like switched over to like a Rayleigh interview and he says something about like, yeah, I'm eating hot dogs and drinking all the beers. I'm like, and I couldn't really. I was like, it was in the background. Did anybody else catch this?
No.
Where Big Dumper was like talking about drinking beer and eating hot dogs.
What's the over and under on how many hot dogs Big Dumper can eat in one sitting? I'm saying 8.5. 8.5 is the line.
I bet he has a strict
diet. Just ketchup, mustard.
I bet he has a strict diet. It depends on
way, dude. It's baseball, bro. No one's got a strict diet.
These guys are machines, Tev.
Fat don't pull, Jess. Fat don't pull.
220, 30, 24. You need your supplements.
Fat do not pull.
He's drinking kale juice in the morning, carrot sticks for lunch and snack. For a snack, a light snack, carrot sticks and a little hummus.
No way, dude. You guys need you need to be dopamine positive, dude. When you enter a game, dude, you're cheeseburgered up. You eat healthy on the off day, dude. Your cheeseburgered up, your mozzarella stick, your baby bell in the back pocket.
I've never heard that term.
Dude, did you see the story about the like underground Philly cheesesteak record thing? They had like a who could eat the most Philly cheesesteaks in Philly thing going on for years. They had this one dude, there's a reliever who just ate like 7 of them when he had a chance to go into the game. They're like, damn, you just might have played. You just ate 7 cheesesteaks.
That's like playing with fire, man.
Yeah, bro. These
playing
MLB dudes are on a different level, bro. These guys are units, dude.
7 cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
They had like the athletic director. They had like dudes getting in. They had like competitive eater, nerdy dudes getting in.
Honestly, like, if I be like one benefit to having like an athletic body is you could just eat like that and have a lower risk of just fucking dropping dead from clogged arteries.
Bro, I mean the McDoge, dude, the McDoubles on these, like when you hear dudes who are like, fuck.
Tobe,
there's one guy who's talking about who's eating. Yeah, just trust me, bro. Trust me. And the fact the statement I was gonna say is definitely a trust me, bro. But
okay.
I was rating some dude who's eating. They ate like a McNugget for like fuck. Some pitcher for the Mariners said he's had Chipotle it was Bryce Miller said he's had Chipotle every day for like 6 years. I don't know if it's true.
Oh yeah, I know what you're. No, it's like an athlete. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Are you sure it wasn't a basketball player who said this?
Well, basketball players are on a different level with I've seen definitely Flo's talking about eating McDonald's every day, but I don't know if he's given Bryce Miller definitely. I guess Chipotle is in a different category than eating 7 hot dogs before the
other
game,
thing you got to think of is most of these dudes are in their like early 20s, and when I was I was crushing Taco Bell and McDonald's and all that shit when I was 23.
Oh, for sure.
You were, as they say, cheeseburgered up.
It's the technical term. Listen, dude.
But I feel like right now, if I ate 7
away from graduating sports, I already forget the name. Don't worry about it.
If I ate 7 cheesesteaks right now, I would literally die. I would have a heart attack.
Maybe.
We'd raise your child for you. Don't worry.
Well, you're gonna die someday, but yeah, that would be a quicker way to get.
I would trade your players to me.
Tobe and I know because we have cousins in Philadelphia and been going out east for years growing up. Man, you can go. They have what's called the combination like store out there, I guess, which like we just do not have when we grew up in Seattle, which is like you can go to a pizza place. You can get pizza, cheesesteaks, hoagies, cheese fries. You can get a Caesar salad. You can get like Mexican pizza, white pizza. You can get any type of pizza, hoagie, cheesesteak, chicken cheesesteak, cheese with the whiz, cheese with American, cheese with bowl. At like most pizza place out there. Like it's not just one. It's like pretty much anywhere you go, they just have a full hoagie, cheesesteak,
yeah, it's like you're not having
salad, Italian food menu.
Yeah, it's like when you're having pizza, it's like you're having 2 slices of pizza and half a hoagie.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like when we order pizzas out there, they're getting cheesesteaks with it usually.
That's fire. I love that.
Yeah,
I can never make up my mind, so I love shit like that.
See, there you go.
Me too.
There you go.
Smorgasbord.
Shouts out Bryce Harper. Shouts out Zach Wheeler.
I don't like those Philly City Connects though. They're kind of whack.
Philly faithful.
The Philly ones.
Yeah, I like the Declaration of Independence like font on it. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Something about
they're
them.
just like
They look
you
kind of
gotta. They gotta like. That's why I like the Tampa Bay, where it's just like they just are trying shit. That's not like it's not like Da Vinci Code, where it's like every little thing down to the stitches like represents something. It's like because they're like, why is it on a skateboard? They're like, I don't know, Thrasher's cool, and they're like, is Thrasher from Florida? They're like, nah, it's just sick though. Like,
Tampa is Tampa is pretty big in the skate community. They have like a huge
the Tampa Pro-Am.
Yeah,
shouts out Tony Hawk Underground too.
Right, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I think it is a pretty big skate.
Yeah, no. You know what I mean though, where it's just like it's a risk, so it's not like.
I looked at it as more like a longboard. I just imagine people longboard out there. But
that is true. If you would have put a Stingray on, it probably wouldn't need a longboard. They're kind of you get bigger Stingrays.
Yeah, the Philly jerseys though, they should have just done like parchment colored and just done like a blown up version of the Declaration of Independence with like the writing on it and everything. Like that would have been fucking lit.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Or they should have done like a huge Philly fanatic one.
Yeah, I just feel like it's safe. It's just like, oh, cool. It's like a blue, thing with a bell on
or
the
like,
hat.
They kind of do a graffiti, but that's not even like Philly style, is it, Toe?
Nah, it's not Wickets, bro.
No,
It ain't Wickets, man.
it's like what kind of style?
No
It's
top
got
down.
like a calligraphy style. What the fuck?
The jersey also should have just said John
That
on
is
the
just
front.
like straight calligraphy style. Yeah, it's just got the big, like pointed.
Man, their '80s logo though. I'm looking at this. Man, they got that '80s logo is fire. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna drop this one in the chat real quick before we call it. But
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised not a lot of these Cities Connects don't just do old school ones, because those shits were nice. Or actually, didn't Pittsburgh
The
kind of have a nice
Mariners
one
is
like that?
kind of like a throwback to like it's a little bit like a Pilots jersey.
Oh yeah, true. And I think didn't Pittsburgh have one that was kind of a throwback too?
all right, is that
Yeah,
Billy's
yeah, they did
picture
the
I
yellow.
dropped in the chat? Fire. Just the writing is. You gotta get good with that P. Kind of got like a disco era vibe. At least that sweatshirt does. What's the P stand for, Tobe, on your hat?
I thought it was. Oh wait, let me see this one. Wait, you just sent a screenshot of
Oh, did I not send it?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah.
All I see is the screenshot from Tobe being frozen earlier.
Oh yeah, my bad. All right, this is what I meant.
The Philly jersey should have just said John on the front.
Why? Why?
That's their slang.
That's what they
Oh,
said. They
John.
call
Yeah,
everything
John.
John. Yeah.
Everything is a John. Yeah.
Cheesesteak on the John.
Yeah.
The P stands. When I first got this out, I thought it standed for pilots. You can see like there's wait, damn it.
Does it stand for?
It's got the little Mariners emblem. But my homie Pete, actually Pete watches the show. He might shout out Pete if you're watching. But he put me on. It's actually another minor league team that we had that we don't have anymore. That I forget the city, but it was like their team. I'll look it up right now. Minor league.
Damn, it must have been Port Townsend, Port Angeles. What's that city? Pullman.
The
I'm saying
Pullman Pirates.
Washington cities for a P. Washington cities that start with P, Alex, for 500. The home of the Washington Cougars. This city. What is Who is Pullman? Anyways, man, another baseball slippery doodad in the run. I don't think you guys didn't get me to hyperventilate this show by showing the outline of a guy's genitals in his jersey this time around. But maybe next time you can prank me. But that was cold, man. They got these jerseys hanging, your junk literally hanging out, and then I did question your sources, Joe. I said, "What do you mean? Like, what are you just seeing this on the back alleys of the internet?" And you were like, "No." And then Brown Bear showed the picture. It was an actual press photo.
Nah, dude, I wonder how that guy's doing it. Pulaski, Virginia.
Are you just making up words?
No, I'm looking it up on the wiki, bro. It's either that or it's the. I mean, I might be making up words, bro. Port City, I don't know what the hell's going.
Do they have a hat wiki? We could do that too. That could be a $1 million idea right there.
What you take a picture of it, Google search it.
Yeah, you take a picture of your hat, and then people tell you where it's from.
What would you call it? Hat wiki?
Or wiki hat, but yeah, one of those. Remember, you got any final words?
Like it, love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of words, bro. I was trying to come up with something clever, but
Are you still trying to think of a handle for our Instagram?
Yeah.
It has to have the word bong in it, I think, because there's a lot of good bongs.
Bong.
Bongs.
Statcast bong unit.
Bong dongs.
Bong dongs.
No, it's too close to the dong bong. People think we ripped off Baltimore.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's always good with you fellas, and we'll get on soon. And go Mariners. We didn't even talk about the Mariners, but that's fine. That's for another show.
Mariners are chill. You can't talk about the Mariners when they lose 11-1. They don't deserve that shit.
You're dead to me, kid. Wait, what does George Kirby do when he like puts in the mini, like does the gets like his fingers in there?
They had lost before I had
he
finished my
starts
morning coffee.
I think he starts it as a split finger because he was there was a while last year where he was tipping his pitches, and I think I think it was when he was getting in the split finger grip. So I read this somewhere. This is like, you just got to take my word for it. But he starts in that grip because if he's gonna change his grip from that, he can do it without making the glove move. But when he was starting in just like a fastball grip and then went to the split finger grip, like they could see the way his glove was moving when he was doing it.
I see. Dude, I love it. It's so funny. He just like, he hits it with the little...
Man, I agree a whole lot 100% with that. I also think I noticed him kind of twitching his glove more this season. I don't know if that's just me.
I think that's part of it too, is like, because that was the tell, was him like moving his glove around. So I think they told him like, yo, start in your like most difficult grip to get to, and also just like randomly flap your glove around, because that's what people were looking for.
Yeah. Got him.
Flap the glove. Bong that glove.
AKA # don't think the vibe is immortal, man. Jay Flair.
Glove bong.
See, Jay Flair has
it's called glove bong. Glove bong.
I literally haven't thought of one. Bongs and loaded. Bongs loaded.
I like glove bong, dude. I'm voting on that.
Glove bong.
Glove.
I don't know about glove. All right, man.
Comment down below.
Infield bong rule.
Oh, infield bong rule. That's the one. That's the one.
Infield bong rule.
That's the one. There it is.
Okay, I'm down. Infield bong rule is the name.
Grounded into double bong.
Grounded to a double bong. We could just say every caption could just have bong in it.
Bongs up.
Hit by bong.
Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1, bong.
Bong ass. OBS. AKA overall. What does OPS mean?
Sacrifice bong.
That's a good one. That's a good suicide bong. Good one. What did you say though? Bong. Infield bong rule. That one's gonna stab on my ass.
Good, that's really good.
Anyways, we'll take this offline. Thinking of our new Instagram handle. Thanks for everybody for listening. Baseball Hippie Show. I'm the Baseball Hippie. These are the two engineer extraordinaire, social media expert, aka the Goons. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Big love.
What's Madison Bumgarner's fake handle?
Mason Saunders. Here we go. Inside the park bong. Yeah.